Hello all, this is Nandini, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science at Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. Today we are going to discuss about inline with macro and function overloading in object-oriented programming. So let's see the difference between inline with macro. So the first point, in the inline functions are functions provided by C++ and the macros are preprocessor directives. And the second point, the inline keyword is used to declare the function as inline, and the macro, the #define is used to declare the macro function. And the third point, the inline functions can be defined inside or outside the class, and the macro, it cannot be declared inside the class. And the fourth point, the inline functions are passed by the compiler, and in macro side, the macros are expanded by the C++ preprocessor. And the fifth point, the inline functions can access the data member of the class, and the macro, it cannot access the data member of the class. And the sixth point, the compiler replaces the function call with the function code, and the C preprocessor replace every occurrence of macro template with its corresponding definition. And the seventh point, the inline functions follows strict parameter type checking, and the macro, it does not follow the parameter type checking. And the eighth point, the inline functions may or may not be expanded by the compiler, but it depends upon the compiler's decision whether to expand the function or not. But in macro, it always expanded. And the ninth point, so which can be used for debugging a program, and the macro, it cannot be used for debugging, but they are expanded at the pre-compiler time. And the 10th point, so this is the syntax for inline and macro functions. So these are the difference between inline functions and macro functions. So next one is function overloading. So function overloading means the functions which they having the same name but different argument sense, so that is called as an overload the functions. So in C++ there are two functions can have the same name if they name maybe a number or type of arguments, so that is passed as difference. So see this example, int test of int test int a float test double a int test int a comma double b. So here they have same name but the different arguments. So next one is, so above I mentioned the all four functions are overloaded functions. So which means overloaded functions may or may not have same have different return types, but they must have different arguments. So again I mentioned one example, so that is error code int test int a and double test int b. So here the both functions have the same name, same type and the same number of arguments. So hence the compiler will throw an error. So next one is assessment. So the first question is, what are the difference between inline with macro, and the second one is, give an example for function overloading. And next one is, these are the reference which I used for object oriented programming. That's it. Thank you.